Alright guys, I am back. It is Tuesday morning and I'm going to try and get as much done as I can. I wanted to share with you I made my first masterboard. I've watched a lot of ladies do this and I think they are so neat. And I was kind of shooting in the dark, but I made one. And I'll show you. I think it goes like this. Like this. I glued together two pieces of 8.5 by 11 cardstock. And I just started gluing down scraps. All the master boards I've seen people make, they didn't ink the edges, but I did ink mine. I just like that look. And then after I got all my pieces glued down, I went through with some rub-ons that I had in my stash that were garden inspired. Like this says bloom, this is a ladybug, we got a watering can, a leaf that says explore, sunshine says warmth, this dragonfly and the word flutter, and the butterfly in a frame. And that's all I added to it. A lot of times people put larger images, but I wanted to keep it fairly simple. So these are just scraps. And we can make one together, but what I want to do first is catch you up on what I've gotten done. So I did add the metal piece to the front with the word journal in it. And I have strung my cording in here in these holes. But don't do what I did. I put these two on backwards, so they should be the finished edge like this. And I put them backwards, so the finished edge is on the inside. And I don't have any more white ones, so I'll have to order some more. But I thought this was so pretty. I did put the first one in, and we'll go through it and I'll show you where I'm at. This is just how it's tied on the inside. And you just go to the center of each one of your inserts and just pull this up and slide it up underneath. And just bring it on through. Like that. And that cording holds it in place. So look how fat it's going to be. Oh, but it will close. So I am going to show you what all I have done so far. I want to put this insert that we did together in the front pocket, and probably a tag or two. That one's a little bulky. I'll find something else for there. So the first page is this tissue. Now, I didn't put something on every page, and I've got to go back and make inserts for a lot of these pages. This part you have seen, the mushrooms. This is just a journaling spot. This pocket we did together, and this tag. I need to put something in here. I can actually put one of these in here. And they're all white on the back, so you can add a photo or you can journal on it. Isn't that pretty? I love those. They were so much fun. I need to embellish these little tags. I added this, and we did these together. And this is one of the tags that comes with the kit, and the kit, it's not a kit, comes with the paper collection. And I just put it on some of the artisan craft cardstock. It's just plain on the back. I just inked it. And the twine came in the Craftology box. I guess it is a kit because it was from the Craftology box. Sometimes I don't know what I'm saying. These are just scraps of things I had in my stash. I just put them on this tissue. The word hope, a metal leaf, and a piece of crocheted trim. Okay, I need to make something for this. But I have a lot of tags that came with the collection. And you don't have to back them on something if you don't want to, but I like something behind them. But see, they'll fit in this pocket, and then they'll fit in this pocket. And I wanted to show you too. Here's another one. But I'll back them on something before I put them in there. Probably craft. On the cover sheet, let me find it. The cover sheet that says Country Craft Creations on it has this strip at the top and another one at the bottom, and there was an oval here that said Country Craft Creations. That's where I got these shorter tags. I just cut most of that off, and then I cut it in 4 pieces, and I made, see where the little circle was? And that's the shorter tags. The longer ones, I'll show you the difference. There's not a whole lot of difference, but see, the longer ones was for you to cut out. There was a full sheet of these. The shorter ones I made off of here, so I got 8 more tags by using the cover sheet. Okay, then we did this one together. This was the glassine bag. We did that together, and I've got to make an insert for there and one for here. We did this one together, and I just put some lined paper in there to journal on, and then one of the little folders from the Graphic 45 dies. Just put that in there, and I can put something inside of that as well. I just added this circle here because that was my lousy stamping. And I can add more here just to dress it up a little bit if I choose to. And we've got the bunny paper. And then we made this one together, and I showed you this flower that I had colored, and I just put that on the pocket. And then these 2 little pockets, I showed you a bunch of pockets that I had made. And the sizes on these, I just added some of the design paper with some book page behind it, and I wrapped that gold twine that I've got in my stash around it and tied a little bow. And this one is 4 by 4.5, and this one is 4 1/4 by 3, and each of them is scored 1/2 inch on 3 sides. And then I just tied a piece of yellow ribbon in there just to kind of dress that up a little bit. Oh, let me put that back in there in case somebody asks a question. I'll have it. And yeah, we already went over that. This one we did together. Got a tuck spot back here and one right here in the pocket. I just added a piece of ribbon and a flower to that one. And this is the one I showed you how I dip it in the color in the Nuvo drops. I just put a piece of book page and vellum behind it, tied a little bow around it, and added a Tim Holtz phrase, says collect beautiful moments. And then this is the last page of that first insert, and it's going to have a bookmark in it. Oh no, it's not the last page. Sorry about that. And then I have this one in here. I haven't glued it down yet, but it's another one of those glassine bags. And I just put a piece of trim on it, and you'll have a pocket here and a pocket here. And that trim is from Tammy's store. Okay, that's the end of the first one. Now here's your second one. And there's another one of those flowers. It just says go see and explore, and this is just strips of leftover scrap. And on the back side I just put a piece of book page and one of the design papers, and then it says let your light shine, and this is loose so you can tuck something behind it, maybe a small tag or a photo. There's another one of those folded pockets. Got to fill that up. Another one of the side pockets where you can put journaling or whatever, and then it's a double pocket. I just put some book page, and this is one of the Tim Holtz dies, as well as the butterfly. Now this one I really like. I thought it was so pretty. I just took a 2.5 inch strip of scrap, and I glued it here. I used an old Martha Stewart punch, and I punched both ends, glued it down here and on the back side, and then I added an eyelet. And that makes a belly band, and you can put all kinds of things up under it, like that. I thought that was really pretty. And this one I'm going to leave plain probably. This is that over the edge page with a little notepad in it. And it's just held by a paper clip, and I did cover the paper clip in the back. I might put a flower or something on it, I'm not sure. I didn't want it to get too bulky. There's the back side of that. Maybe it's not the back side, it's the front side of the journaling paper. And then we've got our animals here with the floral and the red check. And this one we did together. It's a belly band. Got plenty of room for things up under here. So I've got to stuff it full of things. But I will come back and share that with you once I do. And I'm going to tie a piece of ribbon down in here like I did on the first one. I think it just dresses it up. Then we've got this pocket that we did together. That's glued down. I thought it was open, but it's not. Just have one pocket in here. There's the back side of that, and I need to make something for this, but I'm going to make that little booklet that goes in there, and I'll share that with you as well. There's the back side of that journaling paper, and this is our wraparound pocket that we did. So there's 2 pockets on this side and 2 pockets on this side. And then I have another one of those little folders, but I haven't glued it down. I wanted to show you. I put a washer down here and covered it with some packing tape, and then I put strips on the back of the folder to allow for the depth of that, and having the tape over it will allow you to put something under it without it catching. And there's your other magnet, and I'm going to put a little notepad in there. So, but I wanted to show you these little strips, and I'm just going to glue it on these 3 strips. But I've already got it set on the magnet, and I'm going to put something up there to cover my messy stamping that didn't work out so well. And then I have another over the page piece. This one measures 4.5 by 12, and with the 12 inch at the top of your scoreboard, you'll score at 1.5 and 7 1/4. The 1.5 then folds up to make your little pocket. The 7 1/4 score is where it will go over the page, and I just added some book page to it and some different embellishments that I had in my stash, and I thought it turned out really pretty. I really like it. So that's that one, and that's the back side of it. I just added a piece of scrap there and some more embellishments, one of the little tags, and I cut up one of the strips that phrase I had in my stash. It said beauty and everything, and I just cut it up so it would fit. And then this little pocket, we did that one together, and I just filled it with some tags and whatnot. And this is another one of those metal leaves with a bow on it. And then this is the back side of, where's the blue thing in the front? I don't know where it is. I had the flower on it, I think. Yeah. It's the back side of this piece. I just put some of that napkin over it and a little tiny pocket. This is just a 2 by 2 pocket, and I scored it at 3/8 inch on 3 sides, and just cut out a little tiny tag out of scrap and put it in there. Thought it was cute. And this little flower was with the kit. It says make today beautiful. And then I don't have anything on the back side, but it's another piece of napkin. And then back here we have this little folder with a couple of tags behind it. Just says a beautiful day. I just put a piece of book page with design paper, piece of tissue over it, and it says a beautiful day. And this is a Tim Holtz embellishment. And this one is 4.5 by 9. And with the 9 at the top of your scoreboard, you will score at 2.5 and 6.5. The 2.5 gives you your flap. The 6.5 gives you this piece that'll fold up, and I just put a notch in it. And that's all there is to that. And that is everything I have in the book so far. But it was so much fun to make these. I'm going to put another one in here. And some tags. I've got to put backing on the tags and make some more things to fill up the inserts. But I love the way it's turning out, and I have had so much fun making this. It is so different than anything else I have ever made. I actually wish I'd have gave it more of a spine, because it's getting kind of poofy. And I prefer that they lay down flat, but this one isn't going to do it. But I still like it. Oh, and on the back I did put that pumpkin paper that came with the plaid pumpkin, I think it's called. Isn't that pretty? The colors are just right for this. So there is what I have so far. So let me get some stuff together, and I'll be right back, and we'll make another collage sheet together, a master board, and I'll be right back. Okay, I've got a bunch of pieces out, and I have just glued 2 pieces of lightweight white cardstock together, 8.5 by 11. And I'm just going to start in the corner, and I'm just going to tear off a piece. I'm not going to ink this one, I'm going to leave it. And I'm going to start in the corner with a piece of this red check. And this one is from the Plaid Pumpkin. And I know most people, oops, I don't want glue there yet. I want to leave this edge and this edge open so I can tuck things under if I need to. And I'm just going to put this up at the top and just gluing those 2 edges. And then I want to start down here in the opposite corner. And I just want to glue this edge and this edge, and then I can glue in the center a little bit. And I'm going to put that at the bottom. And just start filling in as I go, and there's no rhyme or reason. I just started putting papers in. And I don't know if I did it right or not, but I like the way it turned out. So I'm going to cut a piece, or not cut, but tear a piece of book page. And I'm going to add my glue. And I know people that do junk journals all the time use a glue stick, but I'm not particularly fond of glue sticks. I'm just going to leave that loose at the edges in case I want to tuck something under it. And I like these little ducks. So I'm going to put them at this corner. And just start filling in. I'm just going to leave my edges loose till I know if I want to tack something under it. So I'm putting that one down there. And let's get a piece of this. And just glue it along the top of this edge. And I'll tuck this up under here a little bit. Oh, I went all the way to the edge with it. Let me loosen it just a hair. There we go. And I'm going to take a little bit more book page. I'll run this up off the edge like that. And we don't have any yellow yet. That might be a bit much yellow up there. What do you think? Although I like the bunnies up there. Just a little glue up under there. Run it off the edge. We can always trim it off after a while. And let me see. We've got a piece of this yellow here we can use. It's just a little border piece that came with the Plaid Pumpkin. I'll trim it out and use it. And I think I'll cut this one up a little bit different. The first one I cut down the center at 4 1/4 and then across the middle at 5 1/2. I'm going to put this up under here like that and let it stick out. Now we can glue these two down. under there. There's nothing wrong with glue sticks, it's just not my favorite. I'm so used to the art glitter glue and how it sticks, and I don't know whether I can trust the other to stay put. Yeah, I like that in there. So let's glue it across the top. Leave my edges loose. I'm using a little bit bigger pieces this time than I did on the other one. I used so many little pieces. Okay, what else? Got some of that. Let's put some of this pumpkin paper. Maybe I'll just put it over the top. Like that. See, I glued the edge all the way down. Although it's a lot of white on white. Let me see what else. Let's see if I got a piece of that yellow. We'll put a piece of this blue in there to break it up. Well, maybe not. Let me see what else I got. I kind of want something that's more solid. But I don't really want to use that dark green because it is so hard to tear. Here we've got a piece of yellow from my colors. We'll do that. It's pretty thick too. Let me get this one. It's a little bit wider. Okay. We're going to glue this one here. Should have left it longer. I made it too even with that. But I'll put something else. Actually, it hasn't even stuck yet, so I don't have to use it. Good for me. Okay, I'm going to glue this down since I know I'm not going to put anything under it. And I'm going to glue the yellow over the top. Got to cover that red. There, like that. Let me see. How about some of this blue over here? And get it up under there. And up under here. There, I like that. I'll put that up under there. It's just a matter of, at least for me, finding things that you like side by side. I should have tore this edge because it's going to show. There we go. keep as much of the flowers as I can. Glue that. Okay. Need some more glue on that corner. Okay. Let's put a piece of this green down here. Right to the edge like a big dummy. Need the wider part at the bottom. And I'll have to tear this a little bit. I don't want to take much off of it. Yep, that'll cover. Okay, we're going to put that in here so we can glue this down. Okay, we can use a little bit more book page. Oh, I'm tearing like really crooked. See how much I want in here. Glue this down. All but the edge. Let's see if this is long enough. Not quite. Here's a piece that's got yellow in it that's longer. Okay. I'm going to do it like that so it kind of comes up over the top. Put a little glue under there. That's all glued down good. Here. And I'm going to stick this one up under the edge right there. And I got a little hole there. So I don't like that there. Do something else. I really like this sunflower here. Maybe I can tuck it up under there. Yes, I like that there. It needs to come down to here. Needed a little bit more color, I think. So I got one spot there and that's it. Got this little. Okay. Aren't these fun? And you get rid of so many of your scraps at the same time. Now, put my pen back before I forget, because I always forget that. I'm bad about that. Okay, I'm going to trim off anything that's hanging over. A little bit over here. Not too much this time. Kind of hard to get my scissors in there because they're so big. I probably should have got smaller scissors because the handle gets in the way. Okay, so there it is, another masterboard. I think they're fun. I enjoy them. So this time, I think I'm going to cut it. I think I'm still going to cut it down the middle at 4 1/4. And then I'll ink each section. Got lots of scraps to get rid of now. Here's 4 1/4. I'll probably have to get another cutting blade after making all these masterboards because it doesn't go all the way through. Pretty close. And then I'm going to cut it, because this is 11, I'm going to cut it just shy of 4. About 3 7/8. I need help over here. Didn't go all the way through. See it better from this side. There's one. So cute. So that leaves me a little over 7. So I'll go to about 3 1/2. Doesn't quite go all the way through. But you can use your scissors or your knife. Got hiccups for some reason. And no, I ain't been drinking. I'm not a drinker. I'm gonna cut this one at 3 3/4. I'm gonna turn it over and see if I can get it to go without having to do my scissors. Looks like it's lined up pretty good. Yeah, that did it. 3 3/4 again. See what I've got left. A little over 7. So I'll do 3 1/2. Okay, so now we've got some smaller ones. Isn't that pretty? I really like these. And this will be such a quick way to make a bunch of embellishments. Get rid of some of these little pieces that are flying all over the place. So now once I ink these, and then I'll double check them to make sure I've got all my edges glued down good. There's one. Two. A little crooked there. See a piece of book page that was hanging off. There's 3. So we're going to get 6 out of this one. Whereas I got 4 bigger ones out of the first one. For me, this was fun. I hope you all enjoyed it and will enjoy making one of your own. Now on this one especially, because it's got such a large area of book page in yellow, it's pretty. It's a neat little glue right there. It's pretty plain, so I will get an embellishment or something to put on there and kind of dress it up a little bit. I think it needs help. This one here is my favorite of the whole thing. I love that one. I'd like it even better if it was inked, but that's just me. So let me see what I've got over here. I've got all kinds of Tim Holtz stuff. Butterflies and flowers and what have you. This does need a little glue. Right along this edge. Let me see what we can do here. This one's kind of big. A lot of these are pretty large. This one might be kind of blah. Yeah, that's kind of plain for that one. It needs something to perk it up. And that one's too big. So far I'm liking this blue better. A lot of these are really large. That's too much yellow. That's big. That'd be pretty on there. Okay, holler at me and tell me which one. The pink or the blue. Because I can't hear you. A lot of these are huge. Let me see what color this little butterfly is. He's pretty. Put him up here. And let's find a word to go with it. Let's find a word. This one says, "The earth laughs in flowers." That's pretty, but it's too long. I could cut it in two. Let me see. I'll cut it out and see. Oops. Cut it in two and ink it, that'll work. I'm going to cut it right here and ink it. I hope it shows up on that book page. That's my only concern. Is "The earth laughs in flowers." I like that together. Punch this out here. Just fits. We'll put the little butterfly up here. The earth laughs in flowers. I think I'll take my little... Sorry about that. I had to change the batteries in the camera. It just quit on me. But I wanted to share with you what I finished up. Get my pen and my glue before I forget. Okay. This one I just added some words. It says "Love your life, live your life." And I just went around it with, what did I do with the pen? Oh, this little calligraphy pen. I think it's called Micron 0.5. They sell them at all the craft supply places. So there's one. I just added a butterfly to this one. This one I put a ladybug on. This one has the sun rays and says warmth. This one I put a leaf on, it says explore. And then this one, this is my favorite of course, but I really like this one. And I also thought about taking on this one because it's so plain, this one and maybe this one, and wrap some of this gold around it and tie a little bow. Kind of got glue all over me. It looks like I'm a snake shedding, but I think that would look pretty wrapped around there twice and tie a little bow. I think that's what I'm going to do with that. So that's it for now. I'm going to go ahead and upload this so you guys can see what I've got done so far. And then I'll come back one more time on the tutorial and we'll go through all the inserts. And I'll make sure that I've got measurements and everything for you. So that's it for today. I hope you all are enjoying this. I'm loving making it. I think it's been a lot of fun. So I will get this uploaded and I'll see you back in a couple days. Bye-bye now.